Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Sandi Patty.
My name is Sandi Patty, and I just recently did a project called Broadway Stories, and I have long been a fan of Broadway music.
The hills are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years.
From the time I was a little girl, I was that kid in the bedroom with the hairbrushes, the microphone, and singing to all these great cast recordings. And I remember seeing The Sound of Music for the very first time and absolutely falling in love with the movie and the music and the passion and how to tell a story through music. So I couldn't do a project called Broadway Stories without including something from The Sound of Music. What I love about the story of The Sound of Music, I think I fell in love with that at an early age because it's amazing on so many levels. It is deeply spiritual. It is a story of being resilient. It's a story of overcoming loss. It's a story of change, that even though you're going to something that looks new and wonderful, there is still some grieving, as I'm thinking of Maria leaving what she thought was her life calling, only to be called to someplace else. And how they stood up to right and wrong, and what it cost them to stand up to right and wrong.
I have confidence in you.
I love any opportunity I get to perform with a live orchestra. On this particular project, we had 62 musicians. And there's something so, I say the phrase, something frighteningly joyful about creating music simultaneously with 62 musicians. You know, when you have that many musicians, there's just a wider dynamic that happens. It's beautiful and it's lush and it's passionate.
Favorite things, when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
When we were trying to pick the songs for Sound of Music, obviously we had a terrible time because there are so many amazing songs to choose from, which is why we decided to do a medley, because you just can't pick one or two songs. So pick the Sound of Music because I love that. And then of course you can't do that without Do Re Mi, I mean, for heaven's sakes, or My Favorite Things. And then I love Maria's song where she talks about, you know, I have confidence, and just that when you have a change in your life, you have to step in with some confidence, and sometimes it is a lot of self-talk, like the song is in the movie for her. And then Edelweiss, which is just probably the most beautiful song.
Edelweiss.
And then you have to do Climb Every Mountain. So we tried to put all of those into one amazing medley. And the arranger, Bob Krogstad, I thought did a fabulous job. The first time I saw The Sound of Music, it wasn't in a theater, it was on the movie screen. And, you know, just that brilliant opening shot of Julie Andrews coming up over the hill, twirling, full of innocence and wonder and joy. I was in love with it.